All right, this is one of those ones where we get to practice our critical thinking and active listening skills. Listen to the argument here.
But you know what else they're investing in? Me. People like me. I went to BYU, which by the time I went there was like a good university. And 70% of my tuition was subsidized by the church. And this is an investment because we go to BYU, we graduate with these degrees from increasingly prestigious programs like the business or the accounting program. And by then we are in it. We've been through the whole pipeline, all the training, the mission, all of the standardized teaching over and over and over again. The same message. We're devoted. And we will be loyal tithe payers for the rest of our lives.
Okay, so the implication is the church invests in education to help people get better jobs so they can pay more tithing.
Well, not all of us. Sorry. I was not a good investment for the church, but a lot of people graduate from BYU, go on to make a ton of money and give a lot of that to the church.
Okay, but then if the idea is that the church is farming college graduates to get better jobs so they can pay more tithing, why in the world does this happen?
When I was called to the 12, he says, I don't understand your church. They live on the tithing of the people, and then they take one of their best tithe payers out of production.
So you're telling me our plan was to pull a guy out of rotation who pays $73,000 in tithing each year. Also, we can pay him instead $120,000 a year, which is a pay cut of $600,000 each year for him. Also, we can farm a bunch of college students for about $8,000 a year after eating 70% of their tuition for 4 years and then encouraging them to get married, have children, and keep one of them out of the workforce to take care of children instead? Who's running this place?
So we don't think the way man thinks. God's ways are not man's ways.
The business school at BYU, by the way, is the Marriott School of Business. Yes, that Marriott. He's a Mormon. And it's housed in a building that is named after N. Eldon Tanner. These are the business titans that established the church not just as like a corporate entity in its hierarchy and its look, but also in its finances and its investment strategies, in its corporate structure, in its legal, and it's like they got so sophisticated. And look what happens. It pays off.
Even today, many of the senior church leadership, if not at the 12, at the level of the 70, are drawn from the ranks of very high-powered lawyers and corporate types who can manage the church's vast resources efficiently.
So again, you're saying we're taking the top earners out of the workforce so that they don't pay as much tithing anymore? Also, they can manage the incoming tithing that we're getting less of.
They're often not chosen for their theological or doctrinal understanding or even their great public speaking skills. They're often chosen because they happen to be really good at their jobs of kind of managing large organizations.
What?